Welcome back.
Okay, here we are today. The beautiful young Karen and Dwayne kicking ass and taking names. So today is going to be smoked chicken wings, and it's kind of going to be a hot chicken wing day for me. So kind of a challenge with myself.
Nice.
So we have the chicken wings here all thawed out from in the sink today. I still have my workies on. So here's the seasoning we're going to use. And
If you care.
So I like to start with on the bottom. It doesn't really matter where you start with them. I like to start with them, the bottom of the wings first. And you know, the thing I've learned through the years is use enough seasoning on them. I'm not saying pour more seasoning than you ever seen in your life on them, but get enough on there because it's always better seasoned well than cooking them up and going, well, I mean, you can't even really taste any seasoning on them. So there's that. I like to do this. It just kind of makes it stick better as you're doing seasoning them. Then just a quick flippy. There's a quick flippy. A quick flippy. And I can wash that off for a second here, just real quick.
Me too.
And now with the top of them. And again, I'm not saying use a ton of seasoning. We don't, but use enough. Use it how you like it. You know, however it turns out that you like the seasoning. If you like just to taste a little teeny bit of it, do it that way. If you like it with a lot, do it that way. We just like it so there's, you know, enough so you taste the chicken, but you really taste in the seasoning too.
He used to scare me when we would do the prime ribs, and he would season all the different types of seasoning, and he would be shaking it on, and I would be like, oh no, it's going to be so much. But it always turns out wonderful, so.
And now, I think today I'm gonna have Karen follow us out just real quick and watch us put it on the smoker. There's the pit boss. Use anything you want. We love the pit bosses. We have 2 of them, and so again, I like to go with the bottom down first, and that's why I season the bottom of them first. So they're just sitting that way. Obviously, you can just flip them over, big deal, but for me, it seems to work a little better. And we do have this on smoke, so it's 170 to 200 degrees, you know, in there. It's not a cold smoke, it's just a regular smoke. And these will smoke probably for, in the area of about half an hour before we turn the heat up and we brown the skin on both sides.
To make it crispy.
If you don't do that, you're going to end up with rubbery skin, and it's horrid. You can still eat them, but
But it's
don't
better
like
to turn it up and crispy it.
that way at all. So we're going to let this go for a half an hour, and we will be back soon. I might change clothes. Okay. Here's the second check. I'm a flipper. I take no stock in, flip it one time or flip it twice or whatever. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to tell you what. And I think my way is better. This side is cooking differently than the side against the grates. So the more you can sit there and flip that, the more you're going to get that to cook evenly all the way through. So these, they were flipped once. Here we go. And the flipping thing, you can take my word for it. I've cooked enough to know that it hurts it absolutely not. If anybody thinks that, oh no, flipping them more than once hurts them. No, it doesn't. Not even close. It helps by 1,000%. Okay. And Karen's holding the light on them. That's why she's not in this one. All right, what's the number one way? What's the only way? What's the number one way to tell what's going on? Your thermometer.
Thermometer.
So we're at, what, 53? Let's see what this guy's at. Oh, how about right there?
120, 6, 131, 4, 136, 7, 8.
140 degrees, 139, 140. What's this guy at?
Can't see. 141 maybe?
Up to about 145. You know, same thing. Same thing all the way through. I'm just picking that about there. How about this side over here? Again, top, bottom, side, side. You gotta have a consensus of what's really going on in there.
141.
It's about the same thing all the way through. So we're gonna go up a little bit more. Before we turn these up and brown one side, and we're up at about, what do we do, 350, 400?
Yeah.
When we turn it up,
Yes.
brown the one side on that, and you kind of got to almost just stand right here. You know, previous to this, when it's 15 minutes in between flips and whatnot, we're in the house doing other stuff. But once you're going to start browning those sides, you do not want to leave them just sitting there. Brown them. Once it gets up there, first to get it from 200 degrees up to 350, 400 degrees, 400 degrees, and get them to brown that side, it's going to take a couple of minutes. So you walk in the house, put some dishes away, basically come right back
Are
out.
we gonna sauce them at all tonight?
Yep.
We usually put some sauce on them.
Once you flip them, because it's already heated up in there, then that's going to be a lot sooner that next side is going to be browned up. So you know what? It's not real warm out here tonight. Evidently she's cold. I'm not. And so we ain't gonna stand out here and just sit here and watch them. I would on any summer day. I'd be just sitting here and whatnot. But I'm gonna keep in mind, I'm gonna be ready. All right, let's go, because you don't want them overdone. The minute they get overdone, nobody's gonna enjoy it. So remember, again, your number one friend. Okay, so here we are. We're at the point to where we're gonna give these their last browning on each side. They've been flipped a few times and whatnot. So I'll use this guy. Is that a good guy? Yeah. Here's where we're at on the bottom, where we're going, okay, these are done crisping on the bottom, and now we're gonna flip them over for the last crisping on the top, and then we'll put a little bit of sauce on some of them. Another example. We're done on the bottom. Now we're gonna crisp the top.
Where's the top?
And again, it's all paying attention to it. We've been sitting here, we've been out here 3-4 times since we started this film again, and made sure, because we want the best we can get to eat. So now we're just gonna flip them up. And again, if you look, all them bottoms are the same color. Every single one of them. We'll put them on here, some are over here, some are over here, and then we'll move them back and forth depending on the hot spots on the grill, which everybody knows about. There's always a hot spot somewhere or another. And looks good. So we're gonna let them go for 2.5 minutes. 2.5, right around 2.5 minutes. We're gonna come out, we're gonna check. I'm gonna look at one. If it's done, then we're gonna sauce this side of what we want. Plenty of sauce if you want it. Flip them over, sauce the other side, and then we're just gonna let them caramelize. We're gonna turn the heat down up. It's about 350 right now, 350, somewhere in there. We're gonna turn the heat down a little bit. We're gonna let them caramelize at 200. So we'll be back. All right, here we're back with the final flip and the browning of both sides of these. So there's the one side, perfectly browned. There's the other side, perfectly browned. Otherwise, you're gonna have rubbery skin. So it's totally perfect. Now we're gonna put sauce on whichever ones we do want and don't want. I like a little more sauce, Karen doesn't. So you're thinking one for you-ish?
One hot.
Okay.
57 for the rest. What's that other
Oh,
one?
57?
Yeah.
Okay, well, run in to grab the 57 quick.
Okay.
I'll do a few of these here, because I want a few hot ones.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Like I say, when I say sauce, I want a little bit of sauce on it. I ain't saying just get it on there so much that you know, that's all you taste. But we like a little bit of sauce on them if we're gonna do that. How many plain ones do you want?
3.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down, almost off. We're just gonna let them caramelize, so, I don't know, 8 minutes. Hello, we're back. Now it's eating time. So, I'm just gonna step around the beautiful young Karen and show you. You can see the juice running down here, inside and out, the meat that tears right off of there. It is, can I have that fork, please? Just tender and juicy. Actually, I'm not gonna peel it off of there. Still tender and juicy, perfectly cooked piece of chicken. These have been in there for a while now. 2
hours.
2 hours. 2 hours. And which really gives you, if you're just gonna sit and smoke for that day, for that evening, for a meal, you know, 2 hours, you wanna get that 2 hours of smoke on it. So, all together, I would say probably smoking, hour and a half, and then 30 minutes of turning up and flipping and putting sauce on it. And so, but turns out exactly to a T perfect. Here's another one, just falls apart. Just totally falling apart. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can you see? I don't want to drop them. Ah.
Another one right there, big one. Just totally just falls apart. Can't say more about just cooking your own food for this is a cheap meal. You see, I'm not even moving and these things are pulling apart. Oops, you know what? I think I took your
My plain ones?
yeah, your plain ones on there. Well, we'll sort them out later, but thanks for watching. We appreciate it, and I hope you guys can do this for yourself.
Good night.
Night.